In this video, I'm going to talk about how to auto-punctuate content that you have inside the video to text tool. And in this version of the software, which is version 1.0.3.8, I had to kind of redo the way that it auto-punctuates due to an unfortunate problem with the way that I've been doing it. So I want to be completely transparent and show you how it's doing it. There's this free tool online, and it's located at this website, bark.phon.ioc.ee/punctuator. It's a free demo that you could use. Anyone can use it. And as you can see here, software like mine, like TubeAtlas, is allowed to post data to this tool and then get the punctuated content. Now, unfortunately, because it's free, I suspect that there's a lot of software out there, a lot of different people using this, so it's becoming unresponsive and it no longer actually works very well once in a while when the server isn't busy. But the good news is you can actually go here and just paste in your content and it will punctuate, but it can take up to like 10 minutes sometimes depending on how busy the server is. So here's what I've done in the software to accommodate for this. And there's also another way to do it without using this feature. So first, I just went and got this video link here. It's just how to forge a knife or something like that from somebody. I'm gonna go ahead and convert it to text. And it detected some languages, so I'm going to select English. And now we have this unpunctuated content in here, like so. And then now how it works is if you click this button, it will automatically bring up a new window, which is called Auto Punctuate. Now, it turns out that inside this window is actually a built-in web browser. So technically, you're actually just going to this same page here, except you see all this text up here. I just removed it in the browser. So anyways, it's the exact same page. But when you click that punctuate button, it automatically took the content from here and it put it in here for you. And not only that, it also cleaned it up. It took out any spaces, or sorry, not spaces, new lines, and just made it one big content. It just makes it easier for the punctuate. So like I said, this sometimes can take a really long time. So if you hit punctuate, it might stay like this for a long time. Right now, for some reason, it's instant, which is excellent for recording this help video. But sometimes this can actually take up to 10 minutes. So what I like doing is now you can just take this window, put it off to the side, and go back to work in the software and doing whatever you're doing. Then you can come back and get it whenever you want. So once it's done, once you see the result down here, what you can do is you can click send, which will send the result, this result, back into the video to text editor. So if we do that, you send it back in, you'll send it back in there, and it would also add paragraphs for you. So that's kind of cool. Now this insert button, what it is, it just inserts the content that was here into this box up here. So you don't have to like copy and paste it. But I mean, you can just copy and paste in here. When I mean copy and paste, you can like select all by clicking Control A, Control C on your keyboard, and then come over here and you can right click and paste, or Control V kind of thing. Anyhow, that's how you can get it in there both ways. Now, another issue you may see once in a while is sometimes the actual website itself is not even responsive at all because the server's too busy. So sometimes you might see this all blank, or you might not even see anything. If that's the case, and down here you can just click the reload and it will just reload the page. There, I had to actually pause the video and it was taking a while to reload. Like I said, this site is pretty difficult sometimes because it is free. And on top of that, the auto punctuation process is an artificial intelligent model, which is really server intensive. So it actually eats up a lot of computer power. Well, let me show you another way that you can auto punctuate without using this. But before I do that, I do have to explain another button here. You can see the reload will reload this web page. Now, if you want to do this in your browser instead of using this, maybe it's not working properly on your Mac or something like that. It's just not working properly. That's cool. Just hit this browser button and it just brings you to the actual auto punctuator in your default web browser on your computer. And now you can stick your content in here and hit punctuate. Hit punctuate there. There you have a little test here, example. You click punctuate. And then you can have your punctuating done in your browser, and then you kind of put it to the side. And when you're done with it, you can come in and put the content into here. So now what I want to do is show you another way that you can auto punctuate. So let's just clear this out here. And I'm going to show you, put the video link back in there and go convert to text. So here's one thing we can do. What we can do now is, you'll notice that in the copy button and the file button down there, I added a new thing where you can copy as unpunctuated content to clipboard. So if we click that, it will take that content and it will clean it up, take all the punctuation out, take all the carriage returns, the new lines, all that kind of stuff. And then what we can do is we go up to the tools and we can open up the content spinner. And then in here, we want to just hit paste, and there's our content. And all you have to do is just click spin. And so here's what's going to happen. It turns out that the Google Translator tool actually punctuates the content when it's translating. So you get two benefits here. Actually, you're spinning the content slightly a little bit by using the translator spinning tool. This is the initial purpose of it. Then I realized that, well, you can actually punctuate your content at the same time. So the content that comes out of here will be punctuated. Now I do have to agree that I think the punctuation isn't as good as the one that you're going to get from this other punctuator. But even if you use the auto punctuator from this site, or you use the punctuation from Google Translate, I always recommend to make sure to go through your content and read it yourself to make sure it's correct. So now that you have the output here, just go ahead and just copy this. And we can put it in here. So I'm just going to clear this out and then right click and paste. And now there's our punctuated content, but you can see there's no paragraphs. So I added another tool. So in show tools, you can see here, make paragraphs. You can also get access to make paragraphs from the file dropdown. If I can bring it into view here, you can see it says make paragraphs. So when you do that, it'll just quickly make some paragraphs for you. And now you have some punctuated content, but it's always good to go through it and make sure, for example, the very first letter there wasn't capitalized. So it's a good idea to go through. You can see some words are misspelled. If you're on a PC, you get the advantage of having these misspellings show up. On a Mac, unfortunately, that doesn't occur. But anyhow, it's always a good idea to read the content and even rewrite it a bit yourself to make sure it's unique and whatnot. But that's how you can auto punctuate your content, by using the spinning tool, which I didn't even realize before, and the new way that I've added the auto punctuator, which does work. But like I said, sometimes it can take up to 10 minutes. So you got to be patient with it. You got to realize that this service is free. So, and we're using their resources for free. Anyhow, that's how you do it. And that's a couple of ways on how to auto punctuate your content in version 1038. Thanks for watching.